Where are all the hot men that my grandma said I'd be fighting off? 'Cause all I'm fighting off is depression. And the random homeless man the cat calls me on the streets.
Hey TikTok, hi. This is not my usual content. Turn me over on this side. I'm done. Turn me over. I'm done. I just re-downloaded Hinge for, I don't know, like the 17th time this year, because I was like, you know what? Let me just download it. Let's see what's out there. Nothing. No one new is on there that wasn't on there 2 weeks ago that I axed already. It's like the same people. I'm like, X. It's like I'm looking at a high school yearbook. This is what dating is like in Arlington, Virginia.
Do you feel sad for these modern women who want Chad to commit? Probably not. These days, it's not difficult to tell when someone is using you, and some schools even teach how to spot a liar and deal with narcissists. However, when a woman gets stubborn and attached to a certain man, she's willing to do anything to be with him, even if he's not the guy who wants to commit, but rather wants to use women recreationally. The Disney story might look beautiful, but operating on reality is a must. That's why guys tend to be more grounded, especially after getting a taste of real life through rejection. In contrast, women are tricked into thinking they're special and will have the power to turn a bad boy into a Prince Charming. But Chad never wants to get attached and does what he wants.
The Chad and Tyrone has a lot of options. Yeah, if he can get you, that means he's got at least 10 of you. That's what it is. So that's why the girls are, oh, I object. Yeah, we know who you've been, you get me? So, because usually, as we already agreed from the start, 80% of women are going over to the top 20 to 10% of guys. So obviously, those top 20 to 10% of guys have got a monopoly, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
They can go to Shoreditch. They can go to Croydon Box Park. They can get any girl on the strip. Like, it's not a big deal. But the average guy out there, bro, like, he's the average guy. And really and truly, like, bro, I get messages from guys all the time, bro. Like, the average guy with the average girl is not looking at that guy. It's like, bro, I don't need to date you. Bro, I've got Instagram, fam.
In today's video, guys, you'll discover more about the ways modern women think of Chad, Tyrone, and any kind of man who will never commit. Plus, you'll also see some modern women sharing stories of how they got rejected or flat out ghosted. You know these girls will finally come running back to the nice guys when all things are said and done. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. The average broken-hearted modern woman's story goes something like this. She feels like the star of the movie, aka the next Disney princess. She feels special and wants a man who can make her feel that way too. However, the nice guys who spend more time studying than banging women are not that fun. She prefers a more exciting guy, preferably a bad boy. I'm afraid to say you're looking for the guy you want in the wrong place. These girls never learn the lesson until it's too late. In fact, they get played by Chads, and all of a sudden, their innocence and purity fly out the window. She's gotten so many dopamine rushes with these guys that other guys who want to have a healthy relationship with her just can't pull it off. She's so attached to the first Chad or Chads that a quote-unquote boring guy has nothing to offer.
I was out one night and met this guy and we just had so much chemistry, we hit it off, but he lived in a different state. So we'd speak on the phone every night, we just kept talking, and then eventually after speaking for probably a month, I flew over and spent the weekend with him. Anyway, another month went by where we were communicating all the time. I flew over again to see him, he introduced me to his sister, he introduced me to his best mates. He was supposed to be flying in on the Friday night after work, we'd spoken, it was all set up. On the Wednesday night, he seemed a bit off and I was like, are you all good? He's like, yeah, all good. You have done nothing wrong, but I'll call you tomorrow and explain. That's the last I heard of him. He never replied to another message. He deleted me off social media and I still don't get it.
How these girls use euphemisms to mean they had intercourse with a guy they just met is amazing. At least, still, some girls are afraid to be slut-shamed, but who knows why this girl shared her experience with Chad on social media. Maybe she wants to let other guys know how heartbroken she is, or needs some sort of validation from strangers. A huge red flag is a woman who speaks poorly of her past relationships, but if she does that on the internet, that's a whole nother level. When I talk to you guys about red flags, I'm not trying to just paint negative pictures of women in your heads. My goal is to help you be realistic and pragmatic. That's why men must always be very picky with the girl they invite into their lives. Simple, right? The same applies to women who invite men into their lives. A woman should make sure she's dating a good guy, not just a Chad who uses women and throws them back on the streets with a body count increased by 1 plus lots of trauma. These women are indeed in serious trouble and incarnate the very definition of insanity, namely doing the same thing over and over again in hopes of getting a different result. Every spiritual or self-development person knows about this quote, but only a few know how to put it into practice. Chad does whatever he wants, including but not limited to having a rotation of women, sleeping around, and ghosting girls.
I've allowed myself to fall for someone that I know I can never have because he doesn't want anything, but I still want to enjoy everything I can with this person because I've never felt so damn happy. It just pains me. And I'm just angry at the universe for providing me someone who is so perfect to me. But I can't have him. It's like dangling a carrot on a fucking string.
These days, concepts like self-love, self-respect, and the like plague the internet. And let's be honest, it's cool to have these traits so that you only select the people that do good to you. Men are used to being held accountable, so when they know they're hanging out with the 304, they just don't try to marry her or think she'll become a loving, stay-at-home wife just because he's the new Superman. Indeed, men who make this mistake end up regretting their choice of spouse. Others like Will Smith are not afraid to give second chances to 304s. Needless to say, don't be like him. Anyway, let's quickly see how these women think of Chad, Tyrone, and their expectations. A girl might go to the club and reject some average guys who want to date her. These guys are not attractive, so she prefers having fun with his friends. At some point, Chad comes through and can just attract her effortlessly. Chad knows what he does, and she is already falling for him so fast. What she doesn't know or doesn't realize in the moment is that he always does the same to other girls. She isn't that special. Chad takes her to his apartment, they sleep together, and shockingly, Chad seems to want her around too. However, she wants to get things straight and asks him for a relationship. Then, he just says she's not his type. She just can't believe he acted this way, made her feel so good, and just says he doesn't want a relationship. She suddenly hates men. However, Tyrone comes into the picture later on, and she falls for him as fast as she did with Chad. Tyrone is tall, handsome, and probably has something bigger to offer if you know what I mean. She just got that BBC and loves to ride. She texts him the next day to arrange another meeting, but he just doesn't reply. Sorry, you got ghosted again, girl. Haven't you learned your lesson? The cycle goes on, and things can't get more insane because she's trying to make Chad and Tyrone commit to her. That will simply not happen in a million years, and after many failed attempts, Chad and Tyrone don't come that often, but what does come to her is the merciless wall. The sad part of the story is that the guys who were genuinely interested in her couldn't do anything to retain her. She was just interested in Chad and Tyrone. The nice guys who worked their asses off to prove they were worth a damn got no respect from this woman. But now that she's hit the wall, she wants the kind of guy she rejected in the past. It's insane how attached someone can get and never let go. That's why many men in the space are telling other men to choose girls with no baggage or simply escape the dating scene. If this girl still has Chad on her contact list and plays mind games to get him back, which some do, she's not the type to date. All in all, keep your eyes open, guys, and never accept a woman who sees you as an option after she has banged Chads and tries to hold them down. Don't save them from their demons and let them enjoy the consequences of their actions. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Will these women ever realize Chad never commits? What things other than sugar-coated narratives make them chase Chad? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.